Hello, Flimsy Lunch Tray here with a Monday video for you, being the always seems to be spicy topic of how to win in co-op, part 3. Originally, of course, I was only intending to take this to 2 videos, 2 parts, but with a lot of feedback I've gotten from some players who are actually interested and want more insight on this, who only play co-op, so on and so forth. They really appreciate it, so I'm going to be doing several more videos with them in mind. Of course, I know this series won't capture the hearts of all players, and as I said previously, I don't like to produce videos only for a certain specific audience, but I like to try to produce videos with all types of players, with all different types of backgrounds and experience in the game as well. So this is for you guys, those who do appreciate this video series. So as you can see, I was having a little bit of fun in chat there with our Icarus, because one of the reasons I chose this video is the first is it's only me and the Icarus, so only 2 human players, with the rest all being bots, and also in how this battle turns to being me versus 4. So me versus 2 Devonshires, the Richelieu, and the enemy CV, which Ranger really isn't going to be able to do a whole lot since up tiered into tier 8. I do also intend to feature some lower tier co-op battles as well, just hadn't got that far yet. I've been kind of busy with the ranked, the holidays, and spending some time just resting, catching up, so now getting back into the swing of things. So with that in mind, let's go through here and discuss what's happening in this match. So as we have discussed in previous videos, as those shots are short and all around, bots just pretty much yellow forward. I have noticed and been paying attention more that when bots do get close to each other, if it's like they're on an intersecting course, they'll actually slow down and stop, and they'll end up reversing. You guys kind of saw that in one of the, I think the first video that happened. There was a little bit of bottleneck between 3 ships. So they'll be caught in that, or they will just keep pushing and yellowing as typical, except of course the bot CVs. So I'm moving up here, and because I know it's just me and this Icarus, I haven't seen what this Icarus player can do yet, so I'm not putting all my bread in the basket, as it were, in hopes and dreams and aspirations that this will be an easy co-op win. As I think I was just grinding some dailies and trying to get them out of the way, and there goes our Pensacola, and this battle ended up happening. So I'm going to move around here, and we have our secondaries focused on the Trento. I don't have a secondary build spec yet on the Odin. I'm slowly getting there. So we get a Citadel there, we got the secondaries focused on him, and I'm expecting this Jervis to dump torpedoes in on this Trento. I go ahead and pop my hydroacoustic search because the Trento does have torpedoes. Now you can see I'm not really interested in dumping torpedoes on Trento. I'd rather dump them on the Richelieu and get him down on some more HP. But somehow the Trento has either some mad torpedo beats, or the Jervis, or I called him Icarus earlier, the Jervis player manages to miss it all. So he has 4 more torpedoes and he dumps those in, so I'm thinking, well, maybe this is going to do it. And no. So now I have to bring my turrets back towards the Trento and finish him off. And gone. And there you can see 3 of the torpedoes from the Trento, and with that hydroacoustic search up, we were well warned in advance. Now you can see I'm kind of playing with my speed. I'm not really super accelerating really fast. I'm just trying to stick close. I'm hoping to help provide some focus fire and support to my Jervis player. But he smokes up super close to Richelieu and continues to fire at him, which means he's just going to be detected and he's not stopping in the smoke. So that means we are going to lose our human Icarus player. So now it's just me, the only last human in this match. Now, I had been paying attention to the mini-map the whole time. As you can see that we just lost a Devonshire. There's a Devonshire coming up the channel. There's a Devonshire coming in from the D line. So I've got 2 bots in the cap now. And so I'm bringing my guns around because they're more of the problem, because they're going to start getting capture progress on the cap since this is standard battle. So I want to get some defended flags and just keep them from capping. So, and we'll see what the dispersion looks like and aim, and short and behind looks like. So now you can see that I dumped 1 set of torpedoes off on that Richelieu, and that's what I like about the Odin, is I feel like Odin kites relatively well because you have those 2 quadruple tubes in the rear of Odin. So that's, to me, is a really great benefit because it helps. In this situation, I just have my secondaries continue to focus on the Richelieu and just dropping torpedoes, where most of my focus and attention is going towards the 2 Devonshires, or the 1 at the moment, in the cap, because I don't expect our ranger to be able to land a hit because bots have a hard time hitting broadside of a barn, as it were. So hoping to get some a reset here, because they are almost to 50% cap progress, and he turns in, avoids those shots. Seeing what the Richelieu is doing, and my last salvo there missed as well. So now they're getting closer to 66% cap. So I'm just really want to get at least 1 hit here, as the CV bot doesn't get any hits on the Devonshire. And there. So now we reset his cap progress. However, the other Devonshire is the one with the most of the cap progress right now. So now I switch focus to him, as I need to reset him. And I have the enemy ranger bot CV coming in on me. And I'm the last hope. So hoping to get a reset here on that Devonshire. And with those guns reloading, that means I'm now freed up to dump some torpedoes here on the Richelieu. So I'm expecting him to turn back into port. So I'll go ahead and dump that a little inward. Now it's Devonshire turn, and he's giving me a pretty good broadside. So we'll see what we can do there to him, and those torpedoes are all going to miss on the Richelieu. So now on my guns reloading, ooh, 2 citadels. We get rid of that Devonshire. I dumped this set off onto the Richelieu. So I'm just basically alternating back and forth, letting my secondaries just continue to focus on the Richelieu and torpedoes, while my main battery deals with the Devonshire. Now I'll go ahead and pop up my fighter plane, because I wanted to get eyes on this Devonshire. And the Richelieu takes 2 torpedoes, and we come in and we delete the second Devonshire. Now we're showing a little bit too much side there, should have been angled a little bit more, so we take a good chunk there from the Richelieu. But I'm not worried about popping my hydroacoustic search, mainly because the torpedo range of the Devonshires is 8 kilometers, and then was over 10 on that last Devonshire. Of course, I could be driving into them if he did, but I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. So, but it would have been good to have used it anyway, just in case, and not derp this. So I'm trying to focus on see if I can't take out his front turrets. As you see, we kind of disabled one there for a minute. And when he shot, I went ahead and turned to my port here to get my front turrets on. And we have just over 10 seconds before this torpedo tube set comes online. We have dive bombers from the Ranger coming back in. And notice how I took that course around that island, because I knew I was going to have to turn in at some point to deal with those 2 Devonshires, and I wanted to force the Richelieu to also kind of follow that track, and I wouldn't have to worry about taking too much damage from him. And since then, you've kind of noticed we've been angling in a little bit, ever so slightly, in towards the cap. And that is because I need to get to the enemy cap to deal with the enemy CV. And there we get some more torpedoes and finish off the Richelieu. Now, the only way to win this game is either A, I take the enemy cap before the time expires, or I kill the Ranger. Because with those 2 Devonshires in our cap, they basically was impeding any points gain or growth. So now I'm going to have to focus on getting to the other cap. So I go ahead and heal up, and I'm not going to touch the rudder, because if I keep messing with the rudder, it's going to slow me down. So I'm just going to not touch it and get up to a nice 30 knots to get going in towards this Ranger. And I popped my fighter planes there, and I was kind of waiting to do so, but then I realized, oh, that was kind of a waste, because this Ranger only has a few planes in the squadron, and I'm sure my AA will end up taking him out before he gets close enough for this attack run to fall through. Yeah. So Suragan, moving in, he left some fighter planes behind, so we'll just get a little bit more experience there and taking them down. So I think what I want to highlight, I mean, in the second part 2 was me and the Georgia and that was a situation where, you know, the key is looking at well, the first one and the second part, but the key was just to always pay attention to your matchmaking. And we looked at the matchmaking at the start of this battle, and we saw we only had one human player on our team, and he didn't perform too swell. And then I played conscious of that, and because I saw that our cap was going to be in danger, I kept that in mind. Started kiting away from the Richelieu, and using that island, at C9 to our advantage to loop back and deal with those two Devonshires. Because if I just would have yellowed through, you know, I could have done a torp run on that Richelieu and kept going towards the enemy cap, but with those two Devonshires, they would have capped our cap before I would have been able to cap theirs. So I was keeping that in mind. And so this one just kind of highlights the map situational awareness of what's happening beyond just the matchmaking spread that we saw. And what I was going to say with that part 2 video in the Georgia was I was the only human player of all the bots, or it's just me and a bot Dawn Sky, I think, on my team versus an enemy Iora bot. But in this scenario, it was 1 versus 4, and how things came to be. So because of that, I thought it would be good to highlight this video. Just kind of show you how, in this situation, we were able to use the Odin with their secondaries, which, of course, we didn't get to land a lot. If I've been to Massachusetts in this match, we got a lot more secondary accuracy, and as I said, this Odin is a secondary build, you know, as I highlight those rear torpedoes on the rear of the ship there. But we can use the torpedoes, we can use the secondaries while utilizing the main guns for other purposes. So now I'm going to slide into the cap here. I'm going to angle to my starboard a bit, because I want to get more of the guns focused on this Ranger dive bomb squadron. As we knock all of his planes out of the sky, with prioritizing our AA sector to the port side. And then there's the Ranger. So right now I'm kind of focusing on making sure I stay within the cap, because I want to slow their cap point progress up. So hopefully, like, maybe one will match or win over a little bit. Because that's not that I'm concerned or worried that the Ranger is going to actually kill me. It's more of RNGesus that I'm keeping in mind at this point. And we get that nice citadel, as you saw on the Ranger there too. And we prioritize our A sector again, launch the fighter squadron, because we have almost full squadron of torpedo bombers from the Ranger. And we turn left because I want to avoid these two torpedoes. And you see that we're going to do that just fine. And now our fighters are engaged with the remaining aircraft. And you can see that we've frozen the enemy bot team at 421 while we continue to grow in points ever so slightly. You know, and this could have been a situation where, you know, it could have been not much time left on the clock, and the bots would have won. But thankfully, as bots stay yellow, the outcome is decided rather quickly. And then as you as a human player can go from there and knowing what needs to happen. So take out that air squadron, and we should be finishing off the Ranger here. And you can see I'm slowing down too, because I want to stay in the cap. And we have a full squadron of rocket planes coming in, so we're going to prioritize that AA sector. And we can see the Ranger's kind of slowed down, he's not moving. Also because he's on the map borderline. And that's going to take us to post-battle results. So that's going to end us with over 265,000 credits, over 2,500 XP, 160 free XP, almost 170,000 damage. And you can kind of see, also took out 38 planes there. 5 destroyed, 3 to set on fire, 2 caused flooding, 6 citadels, and 9 defended ribbons as well. Then going on, you can see he plays top of the team with 756 base experience, which is actually rather good for a co-op battle. You'd normally see maybe around 500 or a little less. So that 750 is actually pretty good with all things considered of how this match went. Going to the damage spread, we can see a lot of it went to the Richelieu, the Ranger, and significantly chunked that first Devonshire, the Trento, and then that last Devonshire. And then we're going to walk away with just over 215,000 credits as a net profit with the premium account. You can see, and I kind of just bring that up because you can see without premium what it would be. And so kind of a benefit of having the premium account, all things considered. So I hope you learned or enjoyed that battle. I mean, I know not everyone's going to enjoy this battle because it's on co-op and people trash co-op, and saying that, asking you lose in co-op? Yes, if I go to your statistics, I'll see that you have lost co-op battles. Oh well. So yeah, so just highlighting the situation of how to handle things when you're paying attention to the map, and seeing how things are falling apart with your bot team, and knowing what to do, and just how to utilize the map with the islands, and utilizing what armament your ship has, whether that's your main battery, your secondaries, your AA, or torpedo tubes, also in this case with the German battleship Odin. So on that note, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you have already subscribed, thanks so much. And if you have thoughts on this series, let me know in the comments if there's something specific you want to see. As I have mentioned before, I do intend to focus on some lower tier co-op battles as well, because I know not all players play the higher tiers, since we've been focusing more high tiered thus far. So until next time, take care.